Greetings and welcome back to Moving Right Along, a Muppet movie podcast brought to you by toughpigs.com. This is the podcast where we watch Muppet Treasure Island 2 minutes at a time, usually, and talk about it a lot. I'm your host, Ryan Rowe.
I'm your other host, Anthony Strand.
And today we have a return guest, one of our favorite guests. If you have ever listened to this podcast before, chances are you have heard him. Guest, please tell us who you are.
It's your old pal, Hennes, Joe. Talk about Muppets with my two best bros. In minutes 3 and 4, I visited the Bed and Bow Inn. For 5 and 6, they brought me back again. Now we're here at the end of the movie where life for Tim Curry ain't so groovy. He paddled off in that leaky boat. Shouldn't have trusted that dim-wit goat. And now we're talking about the credits. Oh man, more reading? Haven't we already taken this beating? Gotta see some names. They all have families. Maybe one of them is Timothy Chalamet. Sing along with Love Power, Ziggy Marley's creation. Was he Marley and Marley? No relation. Let me wrap this up, finish my freestyle, and Anthony can finally finish with Muppet Treasure Island. I'm just jazzed to be here, right where I belong, on the penultimate episode of Moving Right Along.
There it is. This is our last episode with a guest. This was the last opportunity to have a guest come in with a rap, and you did not disappoint.
I was just so jealous of everyone who did a rap on this season, and I was on the season so early that it didn't even occur to me to do one.
I did my surprise rap the first time you were on.
Oh, right.
In fact,
right. Yes, exactly. Yeah. But I didn't know it was going to be like a thing, and now it's a thing. And then I spent so much time writing this rap that I didn't take notes on the actual clips. So, oops.
Whoops. I don't even remember who actually sort of set the precedent of it being.
It was JD. It was JD.
Hansen. Okay.
Because he said in his episode, it's a requirement for every guest.
This is now required of every guest. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So well then people
this was for you, JD. I dedicate my rap to you, JD.
And you rhymed, was it family with Chalamet?
Yes, I did.
Pretty good. So today we are not just talking about 2 minutes like usual. We are almost at the end of the movie. And today we're talking about minutes 93 and 94 and 95 and 96 of Muppet Treasure Island, in which the rats find something underwater and the end credits roll. But please note that this is not our last episode of the season, because Anthony and I will be back next week to wrap things up. So there's still more fun credits to talk about.
More fun credits.
I already told everybody that because I used the word penultimate in my rap song.
Yeah, good job. Most people, I think, probably don't know what that word means, though. I've seen that word used wrong.
They do now. This is an educational podcast. We got to teach the kids.
I would guess that most listeners to a podcast hosted by you and me, where we watch Muppet movies 2 minutes at a time, do in fact know what the word penultimate means.
The problem is that the word penultimate no longer means what it means. Like, people hear ultimate and it's like, yeah, the ultimate. I mean, the first example that comes to mind is in that book, A Year at the Movies by Kevin Murphy, when he talked about going to the concession stand and ordering ultimate nachos, which was slightly alarming because ultimate in the dictionary means last. And he was like, I hope these aren't the last nachos I eat. I hope these nachos don't kill me. So
Nerd.
I think, most people don't know that ultimately means last. Therefore, they don't necessarily know that penultimate means second to last. But maybe I'm wrong. Listeners, please let me know.
Yeah, listeners, let us know. But I think people use ultimate to mean cool, rad,
right?
Super big. But people don't use penultimate unless they mean penultimate. People might misunderstand it, but I don't think people use. I don't think people are like, this is the penultimate size.
The kinds
of
people who would use the word.
Yeah. You know.
And don't get us started on anti-penultimate. That's a conversation for another time.
This is technically our anti-penultimate episode about Muppet Treasure Island.
Oh, that's true.
We're doing a bonus episode about the sing-along.
That's true. Yes. So stay tuned.
So Big Snort will make his appearance.
Oh, yeah. That's a good tease. Who's Big Snort? Keep listening to find out. Anyway, these minutes begin with the rats who we saw last week. They are underwater. Some of them are scuba diving. Some of them are riding around on what appear to be rat-sized jet skis. I don't think you can take those things all the way underwater.
Humans can't.
Humans can't.
That's how things were in the 1800s, you know?
That's right.
Oh, right. Of course. Back in there's also some fish. I don't know if you mentioned last week, some fish swimming around that appear to be real fish. That's a cool touch. Makes it look more like it's really the ocean.
I really like that we end on the rats here. Like, we've talked over and over about how they're the best thing about this movie, in my opinion.
Yes.
And so it's fun that we get that. Like, that's basically what we close on before the credits start. Is like, who gets the treasure? The rats.
Yeah. Among several things that I have gained even more appreciation for in this movie, the rats are at the top of the list, I think. Yeah, everybody loves the rats.
Well, and you want people to like leave your movie with like that feeling of like, oh, what a great experience that I had. And like the best way to do that is by like putting one of the best things right there at the very end. So like forget all that, nonsense that you just spent the last 2 hours watching. Look, the rats, they're underwater. They're doing scuba stuff. Who doesn't love that?
Yeah.
They're gonna be able to afford so many more cruises.
Oh yeah, I guess we're assuming they're gonna keep that treasure for themselves, like finders keepers. They're not gonna give that to Captain Smollett.
Yeah, they don't work for him.
But how are they going to get it back?
Back onto the ship or back home?
No, like back home, because like that means they're either taking the treasure onto the Hispaniola, where like everyone else is like, oh, hey, treasure, great, let's maybe have some of that. Or they're going to have to find another way home. You know what I mean?
Maybe they can jet ski all the way home.
They could, tie all of their jet skis to the treasure chest and pull it behind them back to Bristol. So the steel drum arrangement of Sailing for Adventure that we've been hearing now gives way to a new song. This is Love Power by Ziggy Marley and the Melody Makers. Ziggy Marley is the son of reggae singer Bob Marley, and this was his band, the Melody Makers, that he worked with until 2002. He continues to record as a solo artist. His first real name is David, and according to Wikipedia, the nickname Ziggy was sometimes reported to have been given to him by his father, and it means little spliff. That would be an interesting nickname to give to your son.
Yeah.
I thought Ziggy was a reference to that guy who stands in the complaint line.
See,
he says, I'm too short.
Then I was wondering, like, wait a minute, Ziggy, the comic strip character, does his name mean little spliff?
But Ziggy, the comic strip character, was originally drawn by Tom Wilson and is now drawn by Tom Wilson too, the son of the original. So which is a father-son legacy, just like Ziggy Marley. So.
Wow, it's exactly like that.
Didn't we talk about this the last time I was on your podcast?
Oh, was that with you?
We talked about Ziggy.
We talked about it. I think that was with me. Ziggy at length with somebody. I couldn't remember if it was you or not.
Good.
I mean, I may just be internalizing it, like I just listened to it and thought I was in the room. But I know that we talked about Mort Walker on this podcast.
Yeah. So we did talk about Ziggy then. But anyways, do you think Ziggy Marley got involved in this because there's that joke about his dad, Robert Marley, in the previous movie?
It never occurred to me until taking notes on these 2 minutes, but maybe. I don't know how we would confirm that. I guess we could ask Brian Henson somehow, but that seems possible.
Are you saying that it's possible that the Marley brothers were, one of them was named Bob Marley? Is that what you're saying?
That is Brian Henson or Jerry Jeweler, who, like, the makers of the film are on record as saying that's why his name is Robert Marley. That's why. It's a joke.
Oh, sure, yeah.
You knew that.
But in my rap though, I said no relation.
Right,
it was a rhyme. Well,
and you are technically correct.
So you guys know, everyone knows. Yes.
Sorry, your rap just went by so fast, and I was just so just marveling at your flow that I didn't absorb all of the useful information in the rap.
But that's what raps are best for, you know. It was my real Hamilton moment.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. But Ziggy Marley himself later explained that he chose the nickname himself because of David Bowie's Ziggy Stardust album.
So his name is David, and David Bowie's name is David.
Right. Oh, yeah.
And the original name of the Ziggy Stardust album was Spliff Stardust.
Little Spliff.
Spliff Stardust.
And David Bowie was in a movie directed by a Henson.
That's true. Wow.
So
everything's connected.
More father-son shenanigans.
Has Duncan Jones ever worked with the Muppets or the Hensons? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
And Duncan Jones was named after a yo-yo, I believe.
Is that true?
No.
I would believe you if you said that. That's like,
I mean, yes, of course it's true.
What should we name our beloved new baby? And they look around the room and they see a kid in the hall playing with a Duncan yo-yo. There is a music video for this song, Love Power, which includes new footage of the Muppets made especially for the video. Kermit wears dreadlocks in the video, which is probably not something they would do now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. There's a little gag where he's like...
Just like Adrian Brody on Saturday Night Live, yeah.
Ugh, yeah, but not that bad. There's a gag where Kermit is like flipping his head back and forth, dancing to the music, and then the dreadlocks like get stuck on one side of his head, and he makes a little face. Any thoughts on this song? I like it. It's a good bouncy song to go out with.
It's pleasant. I only remember love power, a little love power. That's the only lyrics I could tell you.
Stronger
even
than
now.
the hurricane.
Doing other stuff with a rainbow.
Like the rain. Yeah.
Yeah. It's fine. It's pleasant. I have no problem with it.
In my mind, I sing love power, a little love power. Let's get together and feel all right. Just mixing my Marley songs.
Oh,
Sure. Yeah.
Like that's what plays, because I don't know the song quite so well. This song is not on repeat on my iPod. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I don't listen to it that often. So that's what I hear in my mind. I think the song is kind of nothing. I'm not a huge reggae fan, so that doesn't help. But it doesn't feel like anything from the movie. It doesn't feel Muppety to me.
I think that's why I like it. I think I like
someone
it.
who didn't really work on the movie at all.
I think it's supposed to feel oceany.
Yeah,
it's an island song.
Yes, and I like that it's an unconventional choice for a Muppet movie.
Sure, I get that. I think I would have preferred if it was something that I don't think I care about tying something into the movie thematically as much as I do tying something into the Muppets. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. What if it were some of the Muppet pirates singing "Cheeseburger in Paradise"? Would that be better?
I would have loved that. I would love to hear the pirates singing their own song, or even I don't know, something like if the Rats were singing a song at the end, or if it was another version of the. I know we're going to talk about this a little bit later, but those giant tiki heads, if we brought them back because they were such a highlight from the first part of the movie, or I don't know what. It just it felt like, I don't know, the soundtrack wasn't long enough. So let's commission someone to make a song and we'll just play it over the credits and then we'll put it on the cassette soundtrack.
Right. I actually did have this on CD. This was probably an early CD purchase for me because my family took a long time to get a CD player. But it would have been fun, you're right, to have the Rats get a full song at the end. I don't know exactly what that song would be or what it would be about, but that would be fun.
One other complaints about this song. I get a little frustrated with songs that don't really mean anything. And it's like, oh, it's love power. Love power. It's the power. It's the power of love. It just a little bit of it. Yeah.
So are you suggesting that love has no power?
Meaningless. I'm suggesting that the power. I'm suggesting that Huey Lewis already said everything we need to know about the power of love.
It's a curious thing. Makes one man weep. Makes
sure
another
is.
man sing.
That's the chap. Yeah.
Yeah. That's also in a movie.
It's just too darn loud. Back to the Future rules. Let's watch that.
Okay. I'm pretty sure somebody's already done a Back to the Future minute at a time podcast, but
probably it's called 88 minutes per hour. I don't know what it's called.
Something like that.
It's called 1.21 minutes.
There it is. Yeah. What if it was?
They watch it 1.21 minutes at a time.
That would rule.
There's so many references to time. There's so many possibilities for the title of a Back to the Future minute at a time podcast. So while this song is playing, there's still this rope in the center of the frame. Last week we saw the Rats lowering a hook at the end of it, and now they are pulling the rope up. It takes a while, but I guess whatever's down there was way down there at the bottom of the ocean. And now we do see what they've caught. It's a treasure chest. It's overflowing with coins and jewelry, so good for them. And then something I always love to see at the end of a movie, the words, "The end."
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I always love to see it. Not enough movies these days have "the end" at the end. How do we know that the movie's over?
No, it just shows the title.
Yeah, that's what it is now. Yeah.
Yeah, you go see a movie and it just comes up and it's like, oh, I've been watching Deadpool and Wolverine. I didn't know what this picture was.
Yeah.
Now I know.
Yeah, weirdly, so often now they don't even have the title at the beginning.
Right.
How do you know if you walked into the right theater?
Yeah.
how many Muppet movies have the end at the ends? Like I know there's a the end on the Muppet movie, and I know there's one in the fireworks at the end of the Muppets 2011 movie. Do the other movies have the end?
Yeah, we talked about this. I don't remember if it's all of them, but it's definitely most of them.
Yeah. I don't think Christmas Carol does it? It just has
maybe not.
If you like that, you should read the book.
And then you think it's just the credits?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
I'm trying to see it in my head.
Should we go check?
I can't picture it. Oh, and I can't picture it for Manhattan or Caper either.
Manhattan, doesn't it spell out the end?
Oh, they do.
When Kermit and Piggy are on the moon, like after their
You're
wedding.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it writes it out like the like Tinkerbell kind of like
right. It's spelling out the letters. Yeah.
Well, I wanted to mention something about this rope and treasure chest. So I was not here last week, so I'm just watching this clip cold, and I had forgotten that like you see the hook go all the way down first, which you guys I'm sure talked about last week. So this time it's like just seeing the rope, and I thought for a minute that something was wrong with the screen, like there was a tracking issue with this line just kind of because it's not perfectly steady, but it's also not like waving around a bunch. It just it doesn't feel deliberate. And then I don't know. What do you think is lifting up this very heavy chest of gold? You know,
like
what
I never thought
what's
about
it connected to at the top? Yeah.
Well, yeah. Do the rats have a jolly boat? Because then that's probably what they're going to use to get the treasure home. But yeah, it would be heavy, especially for rats. So yeah, they got to have some kind of boat, or I don't know. Maybe Sweetums is up there helping them pull it up.
I hope so.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he's buddies with the rats.
Yeah,
right. I just checked on Disney Plus, and it does have the end at the end of Christmas Carol. Right after, if you like this, you should read the book. The end comes up.
Good. That puts my mind at ease.
And then it goes into the reprise of It Feels Like Christmas.
Yeah. The one that I'd be least certain about is Muppets from Space, but I guess we'll find out next season.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
I'm excited.
Can't wait to hear you guys talk about text on the screen.
That's my favorite. I'm a librarian, so that's my favorite activity topic.
Yeah. You do love text.
I do.
You love words.
I'm a word fin.
Is that your way of saying word fiend?
We're supposed to be word fan.
Oh,
yeah.
Of course, obviously.
Yeah. Better a word fin than a plagueman.
Hey guys.
Yes.
So I still have Mr. Plagueman. I still have Muppet Christmas Carol running on my iPad. See if you can guess what Disney Plus says you may also like. See if you can guess.
Muppet Treasure Island.
Oh man.
No.
Oh.
Are you referring to something that's not
Carol.
Muppets?
It is not Muppets. It is not Christmas Carol. It is not Christmas themed.
Is it Deadpool and Wolverine?
No, it is.
Is it Nightbit?
No.
That just came out. They've been pushing that.
I think technically that's a Hulu thing. I don't know if that would show up.
Yeah, but if you have the Hulu, if you have the Hulu Disney Plus bundle, now it's all on there. But no, it is Spidey and His Amazing Friends Season 1, Episode 8, Rocket Rhino / Trick or Trace-E.
Okay.
What? An episode of Spidey and His Amazing Friends? Not even the first episode?
Let's watch it and see if there's Muppet references in it.
Yeah.
Kids like Muppet Christmas Carol, kids like Spidey, you know.
And Miles likes that show, so like we've certainly watched it on the account before.
Yeah, there you go.
But
I have not seen it, although every time I go to Cece's Pizza, it is playing on the TVs at Cece's Pizza.
I mean, here's the thing about that show. It's cute, but it's also just one of these like PJ Masks, or there's like a bunch of identical cartoons that all have the same character designs, and they're just like about a group of kids like using gadgets or whatever.
And like conflict, but very low tension.
Yeah. I mean, Green Goblin has pumpkin pranks, you know.
Of course.
Did Spidey and His Amazing Friends have like an episode about Uncle Ben dying in his arms?
No, I don't think so. He does live with his Aunt May though.
Okay.
And how old is Aunt May? Is she elderly like in the original movies, or
no? She's like a Tomei.
Marissa Tomei.
Yeah. She's younger than that.
Is there an episode where the Green Goblin pranks Gwen Stacy?
Well, Gwen's one of the leads, so yes.
Oh, okay.
She's Ghost Spider.
Oh, as Ghost Spider.
She's one of the amazing friends.
Of course, yes, right. Yes.
Yeah. It's Gwen.
Is
Miles,
that what
and
happened
Peter.
in the comics? Was that just a prank that he pulled on her?
I mean, to him it was, I guess.
Well, according to
man.
Michael Straczynski, it was. So.
Ugh.
Well, we're not talking to that guy.
And now the moment we've all been waiting for, end credits.
Yes.
But hey, we start with the Muppet performers. We love those guys.
Yeah, I love that.
I think this is probably, well, no, this can't be the same order as Christmas Carol because two of these guys were not in that movie. Well, we have in order Dabe Goelz, Steve Whitmire, Jerry Nelson, Kevin Clash, Bill Beretta, and Frank Oz. Frank Oz gets the special and credit.
So can I say one thing about the closing credits font in this movie?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad I was going to bring this up. Please go. Yeah.
Are you talking about the letter V?
Yeah.
Joe? Yeah, the letter V in this movie looks very much like a B. The way that it's supposed to look like, old antique bookman style or whatever.
Right.
But it wouldn't be that big of a deal except that 3 of these 6 performers have V's in their first name.
That's funny.
So it basically looks like Dabe Goelz, Steve Whitmire, and Kevin Clash. Am I wrong?
Wait, maybe those
You're
are
100% right. Yeah.
Maybe it's different puppeteers. Maybe it's not Dave and Steve and Kevin. It's Dabe, Steve, and Kevin who worked on this movie.
And
yeah.
I mean, I consider myself like a very minor font nerd. I'm sure there are people who are like really into fonts. I like fonts and I like caring about fonts. And have you ever seen like the Photoshop work that I've done for Tough Pigs, especially like the stuff where it's like movie poster parodies? Like I do my very best to match fonts because I feel like that's important. And I can't imagine doing something like this, especially for a kids movie where like, you want the kids to like see these words on the screen and be able to read them, where you would take where you wouldn't be taking so much care to make sure that they're like as legible as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's illegible, and I thought this was supposed to be a kids movie. But anyway, good for Bill Beretta, especially for getting his name in this main group of Muppet performers, because this is so early in his time with the Muppets. This is his first movie, as we mentioned.
I mean, he's got a couple of characters that like have a lot of screen time, so it'd be weird if it wasn't. Like, is there anyone that puppeteered on this movie, maybe not even as much as Bill Beretta, but like that was significant that didn't get their name in this part of the credits? I don't think there is.
No, not with as big a role as Clueless.
Those 6 guys have pretty much all the speaking parts, except for Sweetums, right? John Henson is Sweetums.
Right. Yeah, and a few like minor tossed off lines by pirates here and there. Yeah.
Louise Gold has a few lines, right? Early on, things like that. But
you're right. And then the rest of the credits, yay. We don't need to go over every person credited here, obviously.
And so many of these are people back from Christmas Carol. Like
a lot of them.
It really must have been like a reunion on the set.
Oh yeah, because they're going back to England. They're using a lot of the same crew. I noticed the next person after the performers was second unit director David Lane. He has the same credit on Superman, Superman 3, Supergirl, and Superman 4, The Quest for Peace.
And Santa Claus the movie, which is the Salkins like attempt to make a Superman movie about Santa Claus.
Right, and which I believe Brian Henson worked on as one of the reindeer puppeteers, which might have something to do with him working on this. But I would love to know why he skipped Superman 2.
I do want to correct you on one thing, though. His name is actually David Lane, according to these credits, not David.
Right, of course. David Lane. I thought you were going to say Ziggy.
Yeah, his name is Ziggy Lane.
That's his nickname. His friends call him Ziggy Lane.
That's what his friends call it. It means a little spliff.
Little spliff Lane, yeah.
No, but it's funny that he worked on all those Superman movies, and his last name is Lane. That's Lois's name.
Whoa, I didn't even think about that. Yeah. So he was,
That's Sam Lane's brother.
The perfect.
That's Lois's uncle.
Perfect second unit director for Superman movies.
Yeah, but it is weird that he didn't work on 2 Although, it's one of those things where he probably did work on footage shot for the first movie that's in Superman 2.
Yeah, especially because, so much of what's in the second movie was filmed at the same time as the first one. In that case, yeah.
Superman 2 is like a weird Frankenstein's monster of a movie. So that's probably why he didn't work on it, Like Richard Lester brought in different people for that second shoot.
That's very likely, yeah.
Yeah.
The puppet coordinator is Kevin Clash. I assume this is the same thing as the puppet captain, like sort of assigning puppets to various puppeteers.
Probably. And we're going to see a little bit later that assistant puppet coordinator was Nigel Plaskett.
Well, that's the next thing I have in my notes. Because then we have the cast credits, but we've kind of talked about most of those people. But yeah,
I do have one quick thing about the cast credits though. And this is more of a question for you guys because this happened when you guys talked about the end credits of Muppet Christmas Carol. Is that there was like weird. Like weren't there like characters missing and like a weird like some characters were credited as their character name and some as their Muppet name. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And so I was wondering if you guys spotted anything here that was similar. You know what I mean? Obviously, we've got the Piggy, Fozzie, Kermit, Bunsen, and Beaker. Like they all have their Muppet names and not Captain. Oh my God, Smollett and Benjamin Gunn and et cetera, et cetera. So I don't know. Like obviously some thought was put into that.
I wasn't looking out for that, so I don't know. I don't have an answer to that. Anthony, did you notice?
I did not notice.
Okay, well,
let's notice now together as a family.
Okay, are you going back through it, Anthony?
No, it's okay.
I still have Christmas Carol running.
Oh,
but I can pull it up. I was thinking about going back and looking at the Christmas Carol credits to compare. I have a couple of notes about the cast in the meantime. Frank, did you notice the Muppet performers all are just, it will say Dabe Goelz and then it says Gonzo, Bunsen Honeydew, whatever. And then it says Steve Whitmire and there's no space until you get down to Frank Oz. There's a space between Kevin Clash and Frank Oz. Like the Muppet performers are all just like in a row and then Frank has a little space in between. Set him off.
I assume that's similar to the and credit where that's distinguishing him as because he's.
Do you think that was in his contract?
Oh, definitely.
Contractually, he's like, I got a space.
Yeah, he's very important.
He's like, I directed Indian in the Cupboard.
But by that logic, when in Muppets Most Wanted, when Constantine says my name spacebar, your name, he's actually saying, no, your name's really important. You get 3 whole spaces.
Oh. Wow. I guess, Constantine didn't really think that through. He's never been involved in Hollywood contract negotiation.
That's true.
Huh. Interesting.
And then the other thing is under the human credit. So we have the 4 main humans first at the top. Kevin Bishop, Tim Curry, Billy Connolly, and
Jennifer
Saunders. And then the Muppet performers, and then the other humans who have speaking parts, right? Our Easy Pete's and our Calico Jerry's and so on, who are credited under those names in the closing credits. They aren't just listed as pirate, which I think is interesting.
Yeah, good.
But then also Jerry Nelson gets a second credit as Butler. It is not listed under his characters with his Muppet performances.
Okay, well, that makes sense. That's an on-screen role. That's different.
Yeah, but Jerry Nelson is not credited in Great Muppet Caper, where he also has a line,
Yeah. That's interesting.
It is interesting that some of the pirates are not credited. You said it's the one with the ones with speaking lines. So, but like you do have Captain Flint gets a credit, even though Captain Flint we never hear him speak. But then Bugface Baby Eating O'Brien is not here, even though she technically has a line, even though it's not her voice.
Yeah,
right, yeah.
Is Black Eyed Pea credited?
Yes, he is.
Yeah. Okay.
Only 4 of the pirates are credited, not counting Captain Flint. And then we got the butler, and that's it. Those are the only humans besides the celebrities that are credited here.
Yeah. That makes sense, I think, because those are the pirates that we kind of are with for the whole movie. But now I'm trying to think. Yeah, other than like extras in the Bristol scene or maybe at the tavern, there's not really anybody else, right?
Yeah.
Are there only 4 pirates, 4 human pirates on the ship? That's the part that, like, I feel like there's a bunch of them. Maybe you're right. Maybe there's only 4 of them.
Calico Jerry, Easy Pete, Short Stack Stevens, and who's the other one?
Yeah, Short Stack Stevens. Oh yeah, he's
Black Eyed Pea.
Black Eyed Pea. Yeah. Those are the 4 that are credited here.
Well, I'm looking at Cabin Fever now, the song, and we got the big group shot with the whole crew at the end, and Fozzie Bear, there he is,
not a human,
and Mudwell the Mud Bunny, he's human, right? That's a human actor.
He's a human man in my heart. Here we go. There's only looks like 3 humans at the back. I don't think Short Stack Stevens is there.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Well, so it's just Bug Eating O'Brien that got left out, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of sad. Give her credit, you cowards.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't.
Yeah, especially because it would have been funny in the movie theater to see the name Big Fat Ugly Bug-Faced Baby Eating O'Brien in the closing credits.
Yes. Yes, and her name escapes me, but we did mention who played that character when we covered that scene on the podcast. So then we have assistant puppeteer coordinator Nigel Plaskett. We've probably talked about him before, but he's a British puppeteer who's worked on a bunch of Muppet and Henson productions filmed in the UK, including Tale of the Bunny Picnic, Labyrinth, Muppet Christmas Carol, Secret Life of Toys, Muppet Top Shop. And
he was Mew on Secret Life of Toys to go for Steve. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool. And he is, I think they kind of all do now, but he's one of the Muppet performers with his own gallery of characters on Muppet Wiki now. You can go to a page called Nigel Plaskett Characters and see every character that he's ever played, all his Muppets and creatures.
Good for him.
Yeah, so just kind of going through the credits, noticing a few things here. We have Pat Garrett back as choreographer. She worked on Muppet Christmas Carol. One of the 2 people credited as assistants to Brian Henson is notable, and I don't remember if she was also in Christmas Carol, but
she was not.
Okay, it's Debbie McClellan. She stuck around with the Muppets and the Henson Company for years, and then eventually became the vice president of Muppet Studio until 2019. So good for her, starting out as Brian Henson's assistant on this movie.
Mm-hmm. And Muppet Wiki says that under her credits, it has Muppets from Space to the first one. So just so Danny knows, just so Danny Horn knows, I'm speaking directly to him. I'm going to edit it to add Muppet Treasure Island.
Oh, good. Assistant to Brian Henson.
Yes.
And then the other assistant,
do you think the other one, Francis Patterson, do you think that they're really jealous that Debbie had all this like long-lasting work with the Muppets?
Well, yeah, I don't know, because
I wonder where Francis is.
Yeah, she doesn't have any other Muppet credits. She has several other credits on various movies in different capacities, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe the Muppets just wasn't her thing. Maybe she I
was gonna say maybe like Francis ended up being, vice president at Warner Brothers or something. It's like, oh well, she had a great career.
Yeah. Then I noticed a credit that says draftsperson Toad.
I know, I saw that too.
According to Indeed.com, a draftsperson is a key member of a construction team that produces buildings or items that require technical design. They also assist different construction professionals to ensure their designs are accurate and their manufacturing plan is efficient. So presumably this has something to do with designing and building sets. But yeah, Toad, is this just a person and that's their nickname? Is it like a little mushroom guy from Super Mario? Is it like a company mascot, like a real pet toad? What'd you say?
Is it a villain from the X-Men?
Oh, could be.
Do you think Toads expands, like those frogs expand?
No, I think that's a myth.
What?
A what?
Myth, M-Y-T-H, myth.
Oh, myth. Yeah, no, I
got it. Okay.
How many people are screaming at their podcasts right now? People are going, myth! It's a reference, I know it!
Yeah. Good for them. And then we have the Muppet Workshop credits. We like these people too. The project supervisor is Mark Zezotek. I think we probably talked about him last season as well because he had a similar credit there. Once again, he has a bunch of Muppet and Sesame Street projects on his credits. including The Animal Show, Elmo Saves Christmas, Elmo in Grouchland, The Muppets at Walt Disney World, and Wow, You're a Cartoonist. And
Great.
Muppet Wiki, and Muppet Wiki says he designed Sherry Netherland, the Sesame Street character, who managed the Furry Arms Hotel. So good for him. Then more people. Any other credits here stick out to you? Workshop people.
Let's see. Did I have anything else?
Like, there's a lot of names that we know, and they're all extremely talented, and they all have families.
I love that Fred Buchholz is credited as Muppet stunt supervisor.
Yeah,
which feels like, man, there's got to be like maybe 3 people in the world who've ever had that credit.
Right. Yeah, and from what we know and what people have told us about Christmas Carol, he was responsible for a lot of this sort of really tricky technical tricks with the Muppets. So that's a good credit for him. Muppet stunts. So more credits, and then wait a minute, the credits are pushed to the side of the screen because we're getting a mid-credits scene. We have Long John Silver on an island.
What is this, a Marvel movie?
Yeah, really. Is Nick Fury going to show up and tell Jim that he's putting together the Captain Initiative? Then
it's going to be like, Long John Silver will return.
Yeah. Well, because that's what's happening here. He didn't drown. Don't worry, folks.
Nope, he's alive.
Yeah, he's alive. He's on an island. I guess I always assumed that this was the same island that he swam back to, but I'm realizing that it's not necessarily. What do you think?
You think it's the island from the opening song, you mean?
The same island from the rest of the movie. That's what I always assumed. But what do you think?
See these heads on that island? I guess it's where the treasure was buried.
Yeah, exactly.
They're
That's
singing
why.
it.
Yeah, we did at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah. So I think
right, because it's a pig tiki, which is
right.
It seems specific, but also
there could be other pig tribes on other islands.
That's true. But when they're sailing to the island and we get that big shot, the big land hose shot, it's not like there's other islands in the background, I presume.
Yeah.
So it's probably the only one that he's going to reach with that leaky boat.
Right. Well, and then he's swimming eventually. I think it's probably the same island.
Right.
And he's about to enjoy a banana, but now he might be wishing he had drowned because one of the tiki pig head statues, performed by Jerry Nelson, is telling him jokes. He says, "So, Johnny, may I call you Johnny? Stop me if you've heard this one. Why does the ocean roar? You would too if you had crabs on your bottom and oysters in your bed." And Tim Curry plays his reaction perfectly. He's just so annoyed by this statue and this joke.
It's great. It's so fun.
Yeah. But fortunately, he does have the rest of the island, so I guess he could run away from the statue and not have to hear these jokes anymore. Muppet Wiki has a page for this character. His name is Shecky the Tiki, which comes from a draft of the screenplay. Not the one we have. It's a later draft, but this is pretty clearly a reference to the old-timey stand-up comedian Shecky Green. Muppet Wiki says, the original script included additional bad material, such as asking what sound a Polynesian wristwatch makes, tiki talk, singing camp songs The Old Grey Goose is Dead and Kumbaya, and suggesting a game of pinochle. The script called for Long John to hurl a banana at his would-be entertainer, which he could have done here. That would have been funny.
He's eating it, yeah. I like that he's eating a banana. Like, I don't know. I think that's
he's just trying to, before he gets rudely interrupted. Yeah.
Even though it is a historically inaccurate banana, I presume.
Oh, yeah.
Bananas,
what's that thing?
Like wild bananas have seeds or something, like those big seeds.
The bananas that we
Anyway, I'm starting a new band and I'm calling it Historically Inaccurate Banana.
Oh, good. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Do you want to be in the band, Ryan?
Okay. I'll play.
What instrument do you want to play?
I'll play Vibraslap.
That's the one, right? Anthony, what do you want to play in Historically Inaccurate Banana?
Oh, I'm in the band. I thought I was just going to be a fan.
Yeah.
I will play.
You can be both, man.
I'll be the glockenspiel player.
Good.
Great. And I will play lead slap bass. I'm just going to slap the bass, but it's going to be the lead. It's going to be right up in front. It's going to be great.
Slap at a bass, man. I do like him suggesting a game of pinochle. For some reason, that I've never played Pinochle. I don't know what the rules are, but the name of the card game Pinochle has always struck me as funny. It's just a funny word. But yeah, so Shecky the Tiki laughs. He says he loves that one, and he promises that he's got 1,000,000 just like that. Yeah, this is really fun. I'm glad this is here before, it's the end of the movie, but there's one more little check-in before the actual end.
And this is the tikis at the beginning of the movie are genuinely one of my favorite things in this movie. I think, like obviously the rats are number one, but like I love that opening sequence, and I'm glad that we got back to it a little bit. And also these puppets are great. I love the design of this. But my question is, do we think that every single native pig on this island went along on the Hispaniola? Like, do you think they cleared the island with all the pigs, and now it's just Long John and the tiki heads?
That would be a lot of pigs, but
it's a big boat.
Yeah, it's true. I guess. Sure.
Although, wait a minute, what happened to the rest of the pirates? Are they still there?
They're in the brig?
Who was Morgan decks? Oh, they put him in the brig. Yeah. That's right.
Oh, but wait, what about the elephant? Who's going to take care of the elephant? So there has to be at least one pig to stay behind and take care of the elephant, right?
Well, that's Long John's job now.
Oh, I guess so. He's going to
elephant herder.
Oh yeah, he's just going to ride the elephant around the island. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
The adventures of
it is, but he's got to clean up after it.
Elephant rider.
He's got to feed it. He's got to feed it historically inaccurate bananas.
Sure.
What if the elephant in this movie was played by Horatio the elephant from Sesame Street?
Well, I would love that.
What if Miss Piggy came riding in on that guy?
That would be very funny and confusing to most of the audience.
Did Flaubert make it onto the Hispaniola at the end?
Yeah, I had forgotten that, but Flaubert is there at the end. Miss Piggy says to Kermit, Flaubert meet Dada.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah.
I'm so glad for Flaubert.
Yeah.
But is Flaubert there, the character from the bear named Flo?
The forgotten Sesame Street character.
We did a Tough Pigs post on social media that was just a picture of Flaubert the Anteater and Flaubert from Sesame Street that said, "If you know, you know." Did you write that, Ryan? Did you write it, Ryan?
That wasn't me.
That was Shane. That was
Shane. That makes sense. Shane loves Flaubert, so that makes sense.
And how
Shane
many people
loves
knew?
Flaubert but hates Flaubert.
How many people fell in the category of "if you know, you know"? Very few.
Let us know in the comments.
Very few.
Like and subscribe.
If you love Flaubert or Flaubert, tell us.
Yes. And it's kind of funny that this scene is making us appreciate Jerry Nelson's performance because it takes attention away from the credits of additional Muppet performers who also did a good job in this movie. But there are 50 of them, so that's a lot, and we can't possibly talk about all of them.
Holy cats.
Yeah, 50. I wonder if this is the most... I guess it's not the most ever to work on a Muppet movie, but it's maybe the most credited so far.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And next, the credits continue as a new song begins. This is a country version of Love Let Us Hear, sung by John Barry and Helen Darling. Apparently their real names.
Are we going to talk about them this week?
I ran out of time to take more notes on this song, so I think
we'll do a deep dive on those two names you just said next week.
But right before this clip ends, we hear John Barry sing "Was I Dumb?" So next week we'll find out whether or not he was dumb. We'll have to wait until then.
I will tell you right now. I think everyone who made it this far in the movie was pretty dumb. Should have left at intermission.
Okay, Statler and
the
Waldorf.
intermission. Too late to save the movie.
I have several things I've been saving up from the listener comment treasure chest. But before I get to that, anything else on these 4 minutes? Joe, starting with you.
The only other thing I had, because we skimmed over it pretty quickly at the beginning of these minutes, when the rats are swimming around, they're scuba diving or whatever they're doing. Well, number one, I don't know how they did any of that because it really looks like the rats are swimming. I didn't see any strings. It's just like the puppetry is so good. They made it look so real. I don't want to know. I don't want to dive into it just because I like the magic on this one, but it looks great. And I don't know how they filmed it where if they matted the rats on top of an aquarium, or if they filmed through an aquarium to get the fish and the water texture over the rats. But the way that they did it makes it look like that they're like giant fish. Like the fish are basically the size of the rats.
Yeah. I assumed it was
but I don't know. I think
it was
it's
like
cool.
An aquarium, like you say, and that was a separate layer or a separate element that they composited everything together. But yeah, it all looks seamless, really. Yeah. Anthony, anything else on these 4 minutes?
No, that is all I had.
Long John Silver does not end up with a joking tiki head in the book.
No, he does not.
Okay. Good to know. So listener comment treasure chest. On the episode we did with Iris as our guest, we speculated about the history of postage stamps and how far back they go. Regular listener Diad commented, postage stamps were invented in the 1820s, so it would be anachronistic for George Washington to use them, even if they weren't Bugs Bunny ones, because we had wondered, would it be anachronistic for George Washington to use postage stamps at all, and what if he used stamps with Bugs Bunny on them? Diet also said, something I've been meaning to mention for a while now is that I read an article I can't find now, which I think said that the average pirate haul in a movie is greater than all the gold Europeans took out of the Americas in the 18th century put together. Pirate booty. Yeah, I guess. Because in a movie, you have to like show so much treasure for it to really be effective. He said pirate booty was mostly stuff they could sell easily, like rum and tobacco, rather than, quote, treasure, which I think one of our guests asked about. What are they planning to do with all this treasure? So I guess in real life, they would have been looking to steal rum and tobacco and other things they could sell. A few episodes ago, we realized we weren't sure where the phrase bilge-rat came from. Our friend and recent podcast guest, actually, Eric, said, a ship's bilges are the bottommost compartments of the ship where water pools, so the water would be stagnant. A bilge rat is a rat that lives down in the bilges and is therefore an insult. So let that be known if you ever want to call somebody a bilge rat. It's a really gross thing to be. Tough Pigs Discord regular Jessica had an answer to another recent question. Revisiting the dangling Rizzo scene reminded me there was a conversation over what the turning device was called. That's the gag where Gonzo is turning that thing with his hands and Rizzo is just hanging from it. She said, I knew the answer, but I think I forgot to reply. It's a capstan. Capstan. That's what you call the turny thing on the ship that Rizzo is dangling from. After a recent episode, Adam from Muppet Treasure said, I enjoyed Ryan saying Beaker lowering the net reminded him of Beaker being a stagehand on the Muppet Show, because back in the day, sailors were often hired as stagehands because they knew rigging. That's why it's bad luck to whistle in a theater. The flymen and sailors would communicate by whistling, so an errant whistle could get someone hurt. Nautical theater trivia. So that's very interesting. I had no idea.
Wow.
But it makes sense.
Yeah, that's fascinating.
Yeah, the sailors have spent so much time pulling ropes and stuff on a ship, so they would have a pretty good starting point for pulling ropes in a theater. When we talked about the fight scene on the beach, our guest Cam Garrity saw something moving in the background. We were trying to figure out if there was a live animal on the set, possibly. Regular listener Zach explained that is actually just an incapacitated pirate. And I went back and looked. I think that's true. I think it's just a pirate, sort of like a human pirate, maybe even a Muppet pirate. Yeah, but like someone who's been knocked out and it's just kind of very slowly moving around. And then finally, two more from Diad. We were trying to think of any previous examples of a hero using a sword to slice a villain's costume apart, like Kermit does to Long John. And he said, the main reference I can think of for a swashbuckling hero showing his superior swordsmanship and disdain for the villains by slicing up his outfit rather than pressing his advantage is the 1982 Scarlet Pimpernel with Anthony Andrews, where he unties Chauvelin's cravat with his rapier tip and then cuts off all his waistcoat buttons. But I'd be amazed if there weren't others. Zorro choosing to slash a Z on his foes is a similar idea.
Yeah, Zorro I really should have thought of. Like that, that felt obvious as soon as I read it.
Like the same kind of showboating swordsman.
You know that animated GIF of Kermit drawing the letter K from an old Sesame Street thing? That
a lot of people use it as a sarcastic response.
I feel like if Kermit had used his sword to swipe a K into Long John's shirt, that would be a very shareable GIF.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Yes.
I wonder if you could like trace the outline of his sword, would it look like a letter? Would it spell something? Probably not.
I'm also realizing his name isn't Kermit in this movie. He'd have to do an A or an S. This whole thing's falling apart. Forget it.
C for Captain, true. S for Smollett. Yeah.
Well, did I say C? I said A.
A because his
A for Abraham.
Yeah.
We also had talked about the word Butterfingers in the scene where Kermit is waving his sword around and it slips out of his hands. Diet also said etymology online dates Butterfingers to 1837 and Butterfingered to the 1610s.
Wow.
So, yeah, I guess it's possible that Captain Smollett could refer to himself as Butterfingered. I mean, it makes sense, like because people had butter in those days. So if you have butter on your fingers, your fingers are slippery.
They had fingers back then.
They did.
They had butter fingers. It's true. It's so true.
They had fingies.
What's the etymology of fingers? How far back do fingers?
I don't know. That's another one for the listeners to write in and tell us. Anthony is showing us his fingies. Anthony, do you have a gin and tonic in there again today?
No, I don't. This is just water.
Okay.
I'm serious. I don't know, man.
We're so close to the end.
It's just the buddies, so I'm getting loose.
Yeah. That's what happens. So, Joe, you've already been here with us before and answered the questions that we usually ask. So,
I did. Do you want to ask me other questions?
We don't need to.
Joe, I'm gonna ask you some other questions.
Yeah, go.
Ask me some questions. That's why I'm here.
Who's your favorite pirate on this movie? Human pirate.
Oh,
human pirates. Mm-hmm. That's a good question. Which one is the one that goes, I've got it too, like the older guy?
Easy Pete, right? Calico Jerry says I've got cabin fever, and Easy Pete says I've got it too. He has light brown hair, correct?
Yeah, that's one.
Yeah, Easy Pete.
I think so.
That's probably what I would say too. Yeah, my favorite human pirate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you were going to be on the Hispaniola, what job would you want?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, my first thought. I asked. So my nephew, he's 15 years old, and I asked him recently, what does he want to be when he grows up? And he said, passive income. So that's the job I want. I want to sit around and get paid for it. Passive income.
All right.
Good one. On a sailing ship, you want to somehow have a position on the crew that gets you passive income.
I mean, I guess that would be Squire Trelawney, right? Like he doesn't really have a job.
I guess,
he's just there
or
because
Squire Trelawney's dad. Yeah.
And
last one, Long John Silver could cook you any meal. What meal would you want him to make you?
Ooh, Long John Silver. What would I want him to cook me? Well, I know he's really good at like fast food, like fried fish.
Yeah.
So I guess that's my specialty. True. I think I'll go for that. Yeah.
Good. All right. Little coleslaw on the side.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. A side of hush puppies. They sell hush puppies there.
I believe so.
I think so. Yeah. I don't think there's any of those left around me anymore. I could go for those hush puppies though.
Yeah.
I'll have to go somewhere else for hush puppies. Anthony, that was really impressive that you came up with those questions spontaneously.
Here's the thing. I'm a school librarian. And I teach the same thing to classes 4 days in a row.
Yeah.
And sometimes you run shorter than you did in previous days. So you just have to come up with material to fill out the clock.
Yeah. And so
you got a vamp.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then, if that is everything, we can wrap things up for this week. Joe, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me back, especially, coming back a third time on this podcast. I always say when I'm here, this is my favorite podcast of all time. And it's such a joy to get to be here and to get to hang out with you guys and giving me the opportunity to write a terrible rap. So thanks for that.
Yeah. Thank you.
It was good.
As always, we want to thank Morgan Davy for our show's logo. Listeners, you can find Tough Pigs on the internet at toughpigs.com and all over social media. We're on TeePublic. We're on Patreon. We have our Discord server. Anthony is on Blue Sky at Durwood Clapper. I'm on Blue Sky at Me Ryan Rowe. Anthony is on Letterboxd at Zeppo Marxist. I'm on Letterboxd at Movies Are Neat. Joe, where can people find you?
I am also on Letterboxd, which I was not the last time I was on the show.
Yes, this is an exciting update.
Get ready for this, you guys. You can follow me on Letterboxd at Tough Pigs Joe. And if you're not a Letterboxd person, I also post my movie and TV and book and other media reviews on my Substack, which is free, called Joe Consumes Media. And that's it for social media for me because I'm done with it.
Yeah, that's very smart.
Everything else is just Tough Pigs and movie reviews. That's it.
And what are your top 4 favorite movies on Letterboxd?
So I didn't want to spend the time to actually go through and try to decide. I remember how much stress it was back when we did the MySpace top 8. So right now my top 4 are predictably The Muppet Movie, The Great Muppet Caper, Muppet Take Manhattan, and Muppet Christmas Carol.
Yeah. You're nothing if not consistent.
I have a brand.
Yeah, absolutely.
You recently posted a great review of Santa Claus is Coming to Town, where you just said how much you love I'm a Man Now, Tanta.
It's the best line in cinematic history.
Oh, everything's good and fun.
Been so long since I saw that. As we record this, we're just after Christmas, so I should watch that show.
You should watch it. It's on Amazon Prime as of this moment. Probably not after the end of this.
That's
month.
how we watch it.
They just put
right now.
I think they just put them up for the season. But.
Oh, that makes sense. So listeners, seek out Joe's Letterboxd and all those things, and make sure you tell all of your friends, pirates and tiki statues alike, to listen to this show and join us again next week, because we're not quite done yet. Next week for another episode of Moving Right Along. Love power.
A little love power.
Historically Inaccurate Banana. It's coming at you. Going on tour.